The Galactic Consortium, a vast empire of alien species, has long looked down upon the young and seemingly primitive humans. Viewing them as little more than barbaric upstarts, the alien leaders dismiss humanity as an insignificant nuisance, unworthy of their attention. For centuries, the Consortium has subjugated countless worlds, amassing wealth, technology, and power beyond the comprehension of the human race. Their massive fleets of sleek, advanced starships could reduce entire cities to rubble with ease. Their diplomatic corps wields unparalleled influence, manipulating the fate of lesser civilizations with a casual indifference. To the Consortium, the humans were nothing more than a curious anomaly, a species whose potential had long since been exhausted, doomed to forever remain on the fringes of the galactic community. At the heart of the Consortium's capital world, the ruling council convenes to discuss the latest developments in human affairs. Grand Arbiter Kalthos, a towering insectoid creature, scoffs at the reports of human technological advancements. These breakthroughs are nothing more than parlor tricks, he declares, his razor-sharp mandibles clicking in disdain. The humans may have managed to eke out a few minor innovations, but they are still decades, if not centuries, behind our capabilities. They pose no real threat to our supremacy. The other council members nod in agreement, their eyes glinting with a mixture of arrogance and complacency. They have grown fat and comfortable in their positions of power, their ambition long since replaced by a sense of entitlement. We should not waste our time and resources on these insignificant creatures, another counselor, a serpentine alien with scales that glimmer like polished gems, chimes in. Let them continue to squabble amongst themselves on their backwater planet. When the time is right, we will simply extend our influence and bring them into the fold, just as we have done with countless other civilizations. The council erupts in a chorus of murmurs and nods, the members secure in the knowledge that their dominance is unassailable. Little do they know that, even as they dismiss the humans, a clandestine cabal of brilliant minds is quietly working to shatter the very foundations of the Consortium's power. Deep beneath the bustling streets of humanity's capital city, a group of scientists, engineers, and military strategists gather in a heavily fortified underground complex. They have been working tirelessly, driven by a burning desire for freedom and a sense of manifest destiny. Their goal, to develop revolutionary technologies that will transform the human race into a force to be reckoned with, one that will shake the very pillars of the Consortium's complacent rule. The time has come to prove the Consortium wrong, declares Dr. Evelyn Blackwood, the brilliant mind behind many of the project's most audacious breakthroughs. They have grown arrogant and complacent, blind to the true potential of humanity. But we will show them the error of their ways. We will forge a future where humanity stands tall, no longer cowering in the shadow of their alien overlords. The gathered scientists nod in agreement, their eyes alight with a fierce determination. They know that the path ahead will be fraught with danger and sacrifice, but they are willing to take on any challenge, no matter the cost. For too long, they have watched their homeworld and their people suffer under the yoke of Consortium rule. Now they are ready to take the fight to the enemy, to prove once and for all that the human spirit cannot be broken. As the meeting draws to a close, the scientists disperse, their minds already whirring with new ideas and strategies. The countdown to the Consortium's downfall has begun, and the humans are poised to unleash a technological revolution that will echo through the stars. In the shadows of the Consortium's dominance, a brilliant cabal of human scientists, engineers, and military strategists work tirelessly to develop revolutionary technologies that will shatter the aliens' perceptions of human potential. Fueled by a burning desire for freedom and a sense of manifest destiny, they push the boundaries of what was thought possible, creating weapons and ships that will soon shake the very foundations of the Consortium's power. At the heart of this clandestine operation is Dr. Evelyn Blackwood, a brilliant astrophysicist and the driving force behind many of the project's most ambitious breakthroughs. With a razor-sharp intellect and an unwavering determination, she leads a team of the finest minds humanity has to offer, each one dedicated to the cause of liberating their homeworld from the Consortium's oppressive grip. We have been underestimated and dismissed for far too long, Blackwood declares during one of the team's strategy sessions. The Consortium sees us as little more than barbarians, unworthy of their attention, but we will prove them wrong. We will forge a future where humanity stands tall, no longer beholden to the whims of our alien overlords. The scientists and engineers nod in agreement, their faces set with a steely resolve. They have spent years perfecting their craft, pushing the boundaries of scientific understanding and engineering prowess. From revolutionary propulsion systems that allow for unprecedented levels of speed and maneuverability, to advanced energy weapons that can cut through even the most formidable of alien shielding, their creations represent a quantum leap in human technological capabilities. But the true genius of their work lies not only in the hardware they develop, but in the unorthodox tactics and strategies they devise to complement their technological edge. Led by a brilliant military strategist named Commander Nathaniel Archer, the team devises a series of unconventional battle plans that leverage the Consortium's own arrogance and complacency against them. The Consortium relies on brute force and sheer numerical superiority to overwhelm their enemies, Archer explains, his eyes gleaming with a predatory intensity. But we will outmaneuver them, outthink them, and outmatch them at every turn. They may have the numbers, but we have the will, the creativity, and the technological edge to prevail. As the team's work continues in secret, the Consortium remains blissfully unaware of the looming threat. The alien leaders are too consumed by their own ambitions and the petty squabbles of their bureaucratic infighting to pay much attention to the insignificant humans. They dismiss the reports of human technological advancements as mere propaganda, confident in the superiority of their military might. But unbeknownst to the Consortium, the humans are nearing the completion of their most ambitious project yet, a revolutionary new starship design that will redefine the very nature of interstellar warfare. Codenamed the Phoenix, this vessel is the culmination of years of research and development, a symbol of humanity's refusal to be cowed by the alien empires that have long lorded over their world. As the final touches are put in place, the team of scientists and engineers gather once more, their excitement palpable. They know that the moment of reckoning is fast approaching, and that the fate of their species hangs in the balance. But they are undaunted, driven by a deep-seated belief in their own potential and a burning desire to reclaim their rightful place among the stars. The time has come, Blackwood announces, her voice ringing with conviction. The Consortium will learn the true cost of their arrogance. Humanity's hour has arrived. With those words, the team sets in motion a chain of events that will forever alter the course of galactic history, pitting the once dismissed humans against the towering might of the Consortium in a battle for the very future of civilization. As the Consortium's expansion reaches the edge of human-controlled space, the aliens prepare to subjugate the remaining human colonies, confident in their overwhelming military superiority. But when their invasion forces arrive, they are met with a terrifying display of human ingenuity and firepower that leaves them reeling. Leading the Consortium's assault is Admiral Throkenar, a seasoned Vax warrior renowned for his ruthless tactical prowess. Confident in the might of his massive fleet, he orders the immediate bombardment of the human colonies, fully expecting the defending forces to be swept away like chaff in the wind. However, as the alien ships begin their assault, they are met with a barrage of energy weapons unlike anything they have ever encountered. Sleek, angular human vessels dart in and out of the Consortium's formations, their powerful plasma cannons and antimatter missiles carving through the alien ships with ease. What is the meaning of this? Throkenar roars, his tentacles lashing in fury as he watches his flagship's shields falter under the human onslaught. Their weapons should not be able to penetrate our defenses. But the humans are just getting started. Suddenly, a massive shape emerges from the shadows, its powerful engines propelling it forward with unimaginable speed. It is the Phoenix, the culmination of the human scientists' years of work, and it is a sight to behold. Sleek and streamlined, the Phoenix is a marvel of engineering, its advanced propulsion system, and quantum-shielded hull rendering it all but impervious to the Consortium's weapons. As it closes in on the alien fleet, its arsenal of particle beam cannons and graviton torpedoes unleash a devastating barrage, tearing through the enemy ships with ease. Throkenar watches in horror as his once mighty fleet is systematically dismantled by the humans' technological prowess. His orders to retreat are met with confusion and panic as the Consortium's ships struggle to disengage from the relentless human onslaught. Impossible, the Admiral roars, his voice laced with a mixture of disbelief and fear. How can these primitives possess such power? But the humans are not done yet. As the Consortium forces attempt to flee, they are met with another unpleasant surprise. A series of meticulously placed minefields and orbital defense platforms, their targeting systems enhanced by the humans' quantum computing capabilities. Trapped and outmatched, the Consortium fleet is decimated, its tattered remnants limping back to their borders in a desperate attempt to regroup. Throkenar, his once unassailable reputation in tatters, can only watch in stunned silence as the human ships press their advantage, pushing deeper into Consortium-controlled space. Back on the human homeworld, the scientists and engineers responsible for this triumph gathered to celebrate their victory, their faces alight with a sense of exhilaration and pride. We did it, Evelyn Blackwood exclaims, her eyes shining with tears of joy. We've shattered the Consortium's delusions of grandeur and proven that humanity is a force to be reckoned with. Commander Nathaniel Archer, standing beside her, nods in agreement, his expression grim but determined. This is only the beginning, he says, his voice low and steady. The Consortium will not take this defeat lightly. They will mobilize their full might to crush us, and we must be ready. But we have shown them that we are no longer to be underestimated. We are the masters of our own destiny, and we will fight to the last to secure our freedom. The gathered scientists and engineers cheer, their resolve hardened by the knowledge that they have taken the first step towards reclaiming their rightful place among the stars. The Consortium's arrogance has been their undoing, and the humans are poised to seize the initiative, ready to unleash the full force of their technological prowess upon their alien overlords. As the celebrations continue, a new era dawns, one in which humanity stands tall, no longer cowering in the shadow of the Consortium's dominance, but rather standing as an equal, ready to shake the course of galactic history. Shaken to the core by the humans' unexpected prowess, the Consortium mobilizes its full military might in a desperate attempt to crush the upstart species. Massive fleets are dispatched, bristling with the most powerful weapons the aliens have to offer. But the humans, undaunted by the overwhelming numerical advantage, prove equally adept at defensive maneuvers and strategic withdrawals, buying time to further develop their technologies and refine their strategies. At the heart of the Consortium's command center, the ruling council convenes in a state of growing panic. Grand Arbiter Calthos, his normally stoic demeanor cracking under the strain, slams his fist onto the table, the sound echoing through the cavernous chamber. "This is an outrage," he bellows, his mandibles clicking furiously. "How dare these insignificant humans defy our might? Their insolence will be crushed, no matter the cost." The other council members murmur in agreement, their expressions a mix of fear and determination. They know that the stakes have never been higher. The humans' unexpected technological advancements have shattered the Consortium's confidence, and if left unchecked, could threaten the very foundations of their empire. "We must deploy our finest warriors and our most advanced weaponry," a serpentine counselor hisses, her scales glimmering with an unnatural sheen. "These humans must be made to understand the true extent of our power. They will beg for mercy when we are done with them." The council erupts in a chorus of approval, their collective thirst for vengeance palpable. They dispatch their mightiest fleets, each one bristling with the latest in alien weaponry, particle beam cannons, gravity well projectors, and even experimental quantum torpedoes. The Consortium is prepared to unleash the full weight of its military might upon the unsuspecting humans. But as the alien armada surges forward, they find themselves confronted with a series of unexpected challenges. The humans, led by the brilliant strategic mind of Commander Nathaniel Archer, have anticipated the Consortium's moves and laid a series of meticulously planned traps and ambushes. Luring the enemy fleets into narrow corridors and asteroid fields, the human ships engage in a deadly game of cat and mouse, their advanced propulsion systems and quantum-shielded hulls allowing them to outmaneuver the slower, more cumbersome Consortium vessels. When the aliens attempt to regroup and overwhelm the human defenses with sheer numerical superiority, they are met with a barrage of devastating anti-ship missiles and precision-guided torpedoes that tear through their formations with frightening efficiency. Time and time again, the Consortium's relentless assaults are repelled, their once vaunted military might rendered impotent in the face of the humans' unorthodox tactics and technological superiority. Calthos and his fellow council members watch in growing horror as their fleets are systematically dismantled, their morale crumbling in the face of this unexpected defeat. How is this possible? The Grand Arbiter growls, his tentacles lashing in frustration. "We have the numbers, the resources, the technological edge. How can these primitives continue to defy us?" But the humans, led by the indomitable Dr. Evelyn Blackwood and Commander Archer, refuse to be cowed. They know that the Consortium's desperation will only grow, and that the aliens will stop at nothing to crush their newfound freedom. So they continue to fight, their resolve hardening with each passing battle, their technologies ever evolving to meet the challenges that lie ahead. As the conflict rages on, the Consortium's leadership is forced to confront a harsh reality. The humans are no longer the insignificant upstarts they once dismissed. They have become a formidable, uncompromising adversary, one that threatens to unravel the very foundations of the Consortium's power. And the aliens, once so confident in their superiority, now find themselves on the brink of a devastating defeat. their once mighty empire crumbling in the face of humanity's unwavering determination. As the conflict rages on, the humans' technological superiority becomes increasingly apparent, leaving the consortium's leadership in a state of growing panic. The humans harness the power of quantum computing, nanotech, and advanced energy sources to create weapons and ships that surpass anything the aliens have ever seen. The once confident consortium is forced to reevaluate their assumptions about the potential of the human race, realizing that they have greatly underestimated their foes. In the human capital, Dr. Evelyn Blackwood and her team of brilliant scientists and engineers continue to push the boundaries of what is possible. With each passing battle, they analyze the consortium's tactics and technologies, quickly devising countermeasures that neutralize the aliens' numerical and firepower advantages. The consortium relies on sheer brute force and overwhelming numbers to crush their enemies, Blackwood declares during a strategy meeting. But we have the agility, the creativity, and the technological edge to outmaneuver them at every turn. Her team nods in agreement, their eyes gleaming with a fierce determination. They have spent countless hours perfecting their quantum computing algorithms, enabling them to predict the consortium's movements with uncanny accuracy. Their advanced nanotech fabrication facilities churn out a steady stream of cutting-edge starships and weaponry, each one more advanced than the last. One of the team's most impressive innovations is the development of a revolutionary energy source, a compact, nearly limitless fusion reactor that provides the human vessels with unprecedented power and endurance. These singularity cores, as they are dubbed, allow the human ships to outrun and outmaneuver the consortium's ponderous behemoths, while also powering devastating new energy weapons that can penetrate even the most advanced alien shielding. As the human fleet continues to rack up victory after victory, the consortium's leadership is forced to reevaluate their assumptions about the capabilities of the upstart species. Grand Arbiter Calthaz, once so confident in the consortium's supremacy, now finds himself grappling with a growing sense of dread. How can these humans possess such power? He mutters, his mandibles clicking in a mixture of frustration and bewilderment. Their technology is decades, if not centuries, beyond anything we have ever encountered. The other council members, once so dismissive of the human threat, now find themselves in a similar state of shock and disbelief. They scour their intelligence networks, desperately searching for any clue as to the source of the humans' technological advancements, but the answers elude them. It is as if they have unlocked the very secrets of the universe, a serpentine counselor hisses, her scales glimmering with a barely concealed tinge of fear. Their ships, their weapons, their very way of thinking. It is all so foreign, so beyond our comprehension. Desperate to regain the upper hand, the consortium begins to pour more and more resources into their military-industrial complex, frantically trying to develop countermeasures to the humans' technological edge. But with each new breakthrough the humans achieve, the consortium finds itself falling further and further behind. We must find a way to neutralize their advantages, Calthas declares, his voice laced with a growing sense of desperation. If we do not, then all that we have built, all that we have conquered, will crumble before our very eyes. The other council members murmur in agreement, their expressions grim. They know that the stakes have never been higher, and that the fate of the consortium's entire empire hangs in the balance. The humans, once dismissed as insignificant, have now become a looming threat that they can no longer ignore. As the conflict continues to escalate, the human scientists and engineers show no signs of slowing down. Driven by a burning desire for freedom and a sense of manifest destiny, they push the boundaries of their technological prowess, determined to ensure that the consortium's reign of dominance comes to a swift and decisive end. The once confident aliens now find themselves facing a future that is increasingly uncertain, their assumptions about the human race shattered beyond repair. The tide of the war has turned, and the consortium must adapt or face the prospect of total annihilation at the hands of their once underestimated foes. Facing the prospect of total defeat, the consortium's leaders resort to increasingly desperate measures, including the use of forbidden technologies and the deployment of devastating superweapons. However, the humans' resilience and adaptability prove to be their undoing as they systematically neutralize these threats one by one, turning the consortium's own formidable arsenal against them. In the consortium's command center, the ruling council convenes in a state of absolute panic. Grand Arbiter Calthos, his once stoic demeanor crumbling under the strain, paces the chamber, his tentacles lashing in frustration. We cannot allow these upstart humans to continue their advance. He bellows, his voice thundering through the cavernous chamber. Their insolence must be crushed, no matter the cost. The other council members nod in agreement, their expressions a mix of fear and determination. They know that the fate of the consortium's entire empire hangs in the balance, and they are willing to do whatever it takes to preserve their power. Then we must resort to our most advanced and devastating weapons, as Serpentine Counselor hisses, her scales glimmering with an unsettling intensity. We have technologies that even the humans cannot comprehend, weapons that can rip apart entire worlds with a single blast. Kalthos pauses, his mandibles clicking in contemplation. Yes, that is exactly what we need. Prepare the quantum annihilator. We will unleash its power upon the human homeworld, and they will be forced to surrender or be reduced to ash. The other council members murmur in approval, their eyes gleaming with a twisted sense of triumph. They have crossed a line, abandoning their principles in a desperate attempt to regain the upper hand. But as they soon discover, the humans are not about to go down without a fight. As the consortium's forces mobilize the quantum annihilator, a devastating superweapon capable of ripping apart entire planets, the human fleet springs into action. Led by the brilliant strategic mind of Commander Nathaniel Archer, they execute a daring plan to infiltrate the consortium's command center and disable the weapon before it can be deployed. The battle that ensues is a fierce and brutal one, with both sides pushing the limits of their technological capabilities. The human ships, powered by their revolutionary singularity cores, dart and weave through the consortium's formations, their advanced energy weapons carving through the alien vessels with frightening efficiency. But the consortium is not about to go down without a fight. They unleash a barrage of their most advanced weaponry, including experimental quantum torpedoes and gravity well projectors that threaten to tear the human ships apart. For a moment, it seems as if the consortium's desperation has turned the tide in their favor. Yet just when all hope appears lost, the humans unveil another of their technological marvels, a sophisticated quantum jamming system that disrupts the consortium's targeting and communication networks. Suddenly, the alien ships find themselves firing blindly, their precise strikes replaced by a chaotic barrage of energy beams and missiles that tear through their own formations. In the chaos, Commander Archer and his team are able to infiltrate the quantum annihilator's command center, quickly disabling the weapon and rerouting its systems to target the consortium's own capital ships. The resulting blast is a devastating one, the shockwave tearing through the heart of the consortium's fleet and leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. Kalthos and the other council members watch in horror as their prized superweapon is turned against them, their expressions a mix of disbelief and sheer terror. They realize in that moment that their desperate gambit has failed and that the humans have proven themselves to be a far more formidable adversary than they could have ever imagined. As the consortium's forces retreat in disarray, the human fleet presses its advantage, systematically dismantling the alien empire's remaining defenses. The once proud consortium, its arrogance and complacency laid bare, finds itself on the brink of collapse, its very foundations shaken by the tenacity and ingenuity of the human race. The tide has turned, and the consortium's reign of dominance is nearing its end. The humans, once dismissed as insignificant, have emerged as the true masters of the galaxy, their technological prowess and unwavering determination proving to be the undoing of their alien overlords. With the consortium's forces in disarray, the humans launch a series of decisive counterattacks, reclaiming their lost colonies and pushing deep into alien-controlled space. The consortium's grip on power begins to crumble as its member species start to turn on each other, unable to coordinate an effective defense against the relentless human onslaught. The once mighty empire finds itself on the brink of collapse, its very foundations shaken by the tenacity and ingenuity of the human race. In the command center of the human fleet, Dr. Evelyn Blackwood and Commander Nathaniel Archer pore over the latest intelligence reports, their expressions grim but determined. The consortium is in disarray, Archer says, his voice low and steady. Their fleets are scattered, their military command in complete chaos. Now is the time to strike, to reclaim what is rightfully ours. Blackwood nods in agreement, her eyes alight with a fierce determination. Our technologies have given us the upper hand, but we cannot afford to let up. The consortium will regroup, and when they do, they will come at us with everything they have. The two leaders turn their attention to the holographic display, which showcases the current state of the war. Scattered across the galaxy, the consortium's once mighty forces are engaged in a desperate struggle to hold on to their territories, their infighting and lack of coordination leaving them vulnerable to the humans' carefully orchestrated strikes. Our first priority must be the liberation of our colonies, Archer declares, his finger tracing a path across the display. Once we have secured our homeworld and the surrounding systems, We can then shift our focus to pushing deeper into Consortium space, systematically dismantling their empire. Blackwood nods in agreement, her mind already whirring with new strategies and tactics. The humans have proven their resilience and their technological superiority. Now it is time to show the Consortium the true extent of our might. With that, the human fleet springs into action, its vessels surging forward with a newfound sense of purpose and determination. The Consortium's remaining forces, battered and demoralized, are no match for the humans' relentless assault. One by one, the human colonies are liberated, their populations greeting the returning ships with cheers and tears of joy. As the humans push deeper into Consortium-controlled space, they encounter a surprising phenomenon. The alien empire's member species, once united under the Consortium's banner, have begun to turn on one another. Rivalries and ancient grudges, long suppressed by the Consortium's iron grip, now erupt into open conflict, with various factions vying for control of their own territories. The Consortium's hold on power is slipping, Blackwood observes, her brow furrowed in contemplation. Their member species no longer see the benefit of remaining united under their rule. This is our opportunity to accelerate their downfall. Archer nods in agreement, his expression grim but resolute. We must seize this moment, press our advantage before the Consortium can regain its footing. Our people have suffered under their oppression for far too long. It is time to reclaim our rightful place among the stars. And so, the human fleet, bolstered by the fervent support of their liberated colonies, surges forward, a relentless tide of advanced starships and battle-hardened veterans. They strike at the Consortium's weakest points, exploiting the infighting and disarray within the alien ranks to systematically dismantle their empire. The once mighty Consortium, its leadership in disarray and its military might crumbling, finds itself increasingly unable to mount an effective defense. Their member species, once loyal to the cause, now see the writing on the wall and begin to abandon the sinking ship, seeking to salvage what they can from the impending collapse. As the human fleet reaches the very heart of the Consortium's domain, the last remnants of the alien empire's leadership make a desperate attempt to flee, their command ships desperately trying to escape the relentless human onslaught. But the humans, their technological prowess and strategic acumen honed to a razor's edge, are not about to let their adversaries escape so easily. In a series of intense, high-stakes battles, the human forces finally catch up to the Consortium's command ships, destroying them and scattering the remaining alien fleets. With the Consortium's collapse, the humans emerge as the dominant power in the galaxy, their once dismissed potential now fully realized. The era of alien dominance has come to an end, and a new age of human ascendance dawns. In a final, desperate gambit, the Consortium's leaders attempt to flee the galaxy, but the humans are hot on their trail. After a series of intense battles, the human forces finally catch up to the Consortium's command ships, destroying them and scattering the remaining alien fleets. With the Consortium's collapse, the humans emerge as the dominant power in the galaxy, their once dismissed potential now fully realized. The aliens, once so sure of their superiority, have vanished, leaving humanity to forge a new era of exploration, expansion, and technological mastery. On board the command ship of the human fleet, Dr. Evelyn Blackwood and Commander Nathaniel Archer watch with grim determination as the final remnants of the Consortium's leadership attempt to escape the impending doom. They have nowhere left to run, Archer says, his voice low and steady. The Consortium's reign of terror is at an end, and the humans will reclaim their rightful place among the stars. Blackwood nods in agreement, her eyes narrowing as she tracks the movement of the Consortium's command ships on the holographic display. We must not let them slip away, Nathaniel. The fate of our people, of the entire galaxy, hangs in the balance. This is our moment to seize control, to forge a new future for humanity. The human fleet surges forward, its advanced vessels powered by their revolutionary singularity cores, their weapon systems primed and ready. The Consortium's command ships, desperate and outmatched, attempt to flee, but the humans refuse to let them escape. A brutal series of engagements ensues, with the Consortium's leadership throwing everything they have at the human forces in a last-ditch effort to secure their own survival. But the humans, their tactics and technologies honed to a razor's edge, systematically dismantle the alien ships, one by one. As the battle rages on, the Consortium's command ships begin to falter, their shields and hulls crumbling under the relentless human onslaught. Realizing that their once formidable empire is on the verge of total collapse, the alien leaders make a final, harrowing decision. Activate the dimensional rift drive. The Grand Arbiter Kalthos orders, his tentacles lashing in desperation. We must flee this accursed galaxy before the humans destroy us all. The command ships lurch forward, their experimental drives powering up as they attempt to breach the fabric of space-time itself. But the humans, anticipating this desperate move, have prepared a final surprise. "Fire the quantum disruptors," Blackwood commands, her voice ringing with a mixture of triumph and grim resolve. A barrage of highly specialized missiles streaks towards the consortium's command ships, their quantum-disrupting warheads designed to disrupt the delicate energies that power the dimensional rift drives. As the missiles find their mark, the alien vessels are racked by a series of violent, reality-warping explosions, their attempts to escape the galaxy crumbling into utter chaos. The consortium's command ships, their captains and crew consumed by the nightmarish energies unleashed by the quantum disruptors, disappear from real space, their very existence unraveling at the seams. The remaining alien fleets, now leaderless and utterly demoralized, begin to fragment and scatter, their once vaunted unity shattered beyond repair. Blackwood and Archer watch in grim satisfaction as the last vestiges of the consortium's power fade into the void, their once mighty empire reduced to little more than a distant memory. With the alien overlords vanquished, the human race stands tall, their technological and strategic prowess having secured their rightful place among the stars. "It is done," Blackwood says, a sigh of relief escaping her lips. "The consortium is no more, and humanity's future is our own to forge." Archer nods, his expression set with a newfound determination. "We have reclaimed our destiny, Evelyn. Now it is time to look beyond the horizon, to explore the unknown and unlock the full potential of our species. The galaxy is ours to conquer, and we will do so with the same tenacity and ingenuity that has brought us this far." As the human fleet begins the long journey home, the people of Earth and their liberated colonies erupt in a chorus of celebration and pride. The era of alien dominance has come to an end, and a new age of human ascendance has dawned, one in which the once dismissed humans have proven themselves to be the true masters of the galaxy.